Dear me, people, LUI, hi, saluted B. Absolutely post-workout. It was wheels day, legs day on a Monday. Monday is usually International Chest Day. I think I was the very first one to deem this quote a long time ago because everybody wants to do chest on Mondays. Beginning of the week, they love chest, the pump, right? Well, for me it was legs day, but the pump on the chest is still loyal. Which brings me to the proper subject. First of all, let's check the abs. Maybe I'm getting fat for all we know. Let's see. Nope. Still diced. Anyway, there's a lot of confusion amongst some of my trainees. It is a recurring theme and I really want to address it because it is of the utmost importance. I mean, the importance of this is rather paramount. So hear me out. And so, listen very carefully. Technically, if you think about it, every day of your week is a full body day. I'm not meaning that you need to train your muscle groups every single day. Like today was my legs day, we'll do the chest and the biceps and the back and what have you. No. But today, although it is my legs day as mentioned before, I'm still feeding the whole body. When you eat well today, when you rest, you are building the muscles that you worked out a few days ago, right? So right now my chest is pumped up, so is my back, so my everything pretty much, right? Why? Because I did work out that given muscle group 2 days ago. So right now it is still resting and basically recovering and being built. And so, the big confusion, especially with young trainees, they think if they have some sort of, let's say, a lagging body part, be it chest, biceps, and what have you, they need to work it more often. And that's the biggest mistake ever. To the contrary, you rather give it more rest, right? Generally speaking, for me, and for, this is like a known fact, thanks to Dorian Yates, who is obviously a not natural guy, but he instilled this idea. A muscle group needs at least a week to recover properly and fully, right? So when you work out your biceps a week ago, it is still recovering, believe you me. The nerves and the very muscle itself, the muscle cells are being rebuilt. And so if you think that hitting your biceps twice or 3 times a week is better, no, it is the opposite. That is rather counterproductive. Now, better to know if you know a thing too about the history of bodybuilding. Again, Dorian and the rest of the bodybuilders are not naturals, but when he came, 91, 92, 93, he changed the game of training. He was doing something called FST. In essence, he was going to the gym 3.5 hours a week. And he was saying that the other guys were going 3.5 hours a day. And that was true. I was following the trainer methodology of Lee Haney and basically Lee Labrada and Richard Gaspari. These guys were training the muscle group twice a week. And they were much smaller than Dorian. Until Dorian came and he trained the muscle group only once a week. And he was so much bigger. He brought a brand new era of giants. And again, back to know that this applies to enhanced guys. Enhanced guys are taking all kinds of substances which make them recover faster than you and I. We are naturals. Everything is slower in our case, right? Whereas then, they take those stuff and they make them recover faster. So the protein synthesis is definitely up the roof and they recover basically better. Right? Whereas us, and this applies to them. So imagine you being a natural dude, right? If you hit your chest twice a week, it is counterproductive. That is overtraining. It will never have the time to recover. It is scientifically proven, especially the nerves. The nerves take 5 to 7 days to recover from the last training. Right? So be aware of that. Do not overtrain. Over-rest, rather. And that is that, people. So, food for thoughts. As a matter of fact, I just stumbled on a post this morning, but I already knew about this. Cutler, one of the best bodybuilders of all time, he just mentioned as of late that he literally stopped Listen very carefully. Jay Cutler stopped working his wheels, his legs, for 3 years. He did not work his legs for 3 years. And he has some of the best legs probably in the history of bodybuilding. When it comes to mass and definition and shredness, he has the famous stump pose, right? He does not work them out because they're too big. Just the fact of doing some cardio, they get recruited. Ronnie Coleman, at a certain point, was doing only some cable curls for his biceps because they were getting too big. Symbolically, we're just symbolic. You see? Plus, most of the pros don't even work out some muscle groups. Some of them never do, let's say, I think it was Dexter Jackson who said he never worked out his midsection because it gets recruited when he does squats and those heavy lifts. I mean, he squeezes his midsection, right? Some of them never work the calves. So do not benchmark yourself on the pros. It's a totally different ball game. But you as a natural, and I say this repeatedly to my trainees, we work the muscle group only once a week, except the midsection. The abs and the obliques, they're mainly made out of slow twitch fibers. We call them also the red fibers. Those can take more hits than once a week. It happens to your calves as well and your forearms. Forearms, calves, and midsection are exception. But the rest, let's say chest and back and what have you, they're made out of fast twitch fibers that need a proper week to recover. Be saluted.